This is NewsLink Indiana.
Welcome to your NewsLink Indiana Quick Hit. I'm Drew Bogues, and happy April Fool's Day. The head of General Motors is on Capitol Hill today as the GM faces increasing scrutiny over a failure to recall vehicles until at least 13 people were killed. Andrew Spencer reports the CEO will answer some tough questions.
General Motors CEO Mary Barra has only led GM for 3 months, but she has been increasingly visible as she deals with a decade of the company's problems.
We have apologized, but that is just one step in the journey to resolve this.
Barra will testify before a House subcommittee this afternoon. The title of the hearing says it all: the GM ignition switch recall. Why did it take so long? A question Barra has addressed before, but not exactly answered.
Well, clearly the fact that it took over 10 years indicates that we have work to do to improve our process.
The ignition switch problem, in which the key slips into accessory mode, cutting off the engine, the airbags, and the power steering, has been linked to 13 deaths. But in hundreds of other fatal crashes, there's simply no proof to show whether those traffic deaths were tied to the same problem. Investigators have asked for a list of serious and deadly accidents the company believes are related. In this afternoon's hearing, lawmakers may ask Barra why that hasn't already been provided. Another question on the minds of many: will General Motors compensate the families of the victims, even though its bankruptcy in 2009 shields the company from liability? I'm Andrew Spencer reporting.
Thanks, Andrew. Family members whose loved ones were killed in car crashes linked to the General Motors recall also met in Washington today. They held a news conference to address the issues with the company and to share their stories. An Indiana guardsman is facing 10 years in prison after pleading guilty today to having homemade bombs. Andrew Boguslavsky pleaded guilty to having 9 unregistered bombs found in his vehicle when he was stopped for speeding in Ohio on January 1st. He also admitted to having 20 explosive devices at his Indiana home. His attorney said he planned to use the devices for legitimate training purposes. And that's your NewsLink Indiana Quick Hit. Stay tuned for NewsLink Indiana at 9 p.m. on Cardinal Vision, and be sure to stay up to date with us on Facebook and Twitter. For NewsLink Indiana, I'm Drew Bogues. Have a great night.